Hi.
Hi. How you doing, guys? Hi, Mary R. I don't think Annette's there anymore because she's down with the flu. So, Mary, it seems like it's just you and me right now. But I think we'll have other folks checking in soon. How are you doing? I hope your arm is feeling better. You don't have to type. I'm just thinking about you. I know that you've been in a lot of pain with that. So I hope you're feeling better. Hey, while we're waiting, I don't remember if you were here Thursday night, so I'm gonna take a chance that you were not and show you the. Hi, Sharma. Hi, Brenda. Show you the cards that we made with the well groomed paper pack. These are thin line cards, and these are slimline, I guess that's what they're called. Slimline cards. These are the cards that we made on Thursday night. These were great fun to do. They're kind of quirky with the dressed up animals. And candidly, I think that when I just look through the paper pack, it's a little overwhelming with all the bright, very busy colors and then the dressed up animals. But when you combine that with the red flowers, and they really kind of tone it down a little. And I think the cards end up being really fun. I can think of a lot of people in my life I'd send these to that love animals. So this kit is now out there and available. It's called Well Groomed. I love this one. My favorite people have paws. Bryce has a doormat out front of our house that says dogs welcome, people tolerated. This is just such a sweet little kitten in the corner that just has a bow in her hair. Hi, Betty. Oh. I did think these were great fun. So anyway, this kit is now out there. You'll see that I had a couple duplicates in mine because I made a couple inspiration cards before we started and then made those again in class. But you won't have any trouble getting a dozen cards. 10, I think I said 10 cards. 10 cards from this pack. And they are fun and just something very different. So that kit is now out there from Thursday. Let's take a look at what we're going to do today. Today, we're going to build a Let It Snow explosion box. Every explosion box I do is different, so it's likely our box today is likely to have differences. The explosion board that we're using can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different tabs, and you can make this last one into more tabs, or you can make it into a box. So with it has the outside layer and then 7 layers inside, up to 7. Now you can make this with just a couple layers, or you can make this with the full bore. I have to admit, I've never done one that wasn't a full box because I love the way it springs open and you have all of the beautiful tabs inside. Your kit will include Graphic 45 8x8, Let It Snow, a set of our Christmas greetings, quotes, and sentiments that you can use on your tabs. And there's like 6 pages of this. 8 pages to this. So you can pick out the Christmas quotes, sayings, and other things that you might want to either include on your tabs or cut and put in the pockets. And then you get the Graphic 45 Let It Snow prints, patterns, and solids. This has been actually sold out on Graphic 45 for a while. So these are going to get very hard to get soon. So just keep that in mind. If you think, oh, maybe I'll do one later, you might want to get your kit even. So the kit has a choice. It's just these 3 items in the kit. But we do give you a choice. For some of you, you already have your explosion boards. Others of you don't have an explosion board yet. The kit is either 26, I think it's 26 or $42, depending on whether or not you have the explosion board already. My board is very, very well used at this point, but that's okay. That's why I bought it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. When you make an explosion board, we're going to start with the patterns and solids. You need 8 pieces of cardstock. It's easier to get this cardstock out of the pad if you take the covers off. After having broken up a number of these pads for different kits, I have learned this. We have 8 different patterns in this kit, so in this package, so that makes it very convenient to make our choices, doesn't it? So we're going to take 1 each of the 2. And
So hi to Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. We're making explosion boxes today. We're going to use the Let It Snow paper pack. And we're starting by separating out. We're going to have 1 each of the 2 prints in the Graphic 45 solids and patterns. So clearly you could get, if you wanted to, you could get 2 explosion boxes out of 1 pad of the prints and solids. I'm going to begin my work here by trimming all these edge strips off, because when I don't, inevitably I end up including that in my measures, and then that really messes you up because you don't want that strip in your measures. So I'm just going to start by trimming everything off. I have some show and tell for you today. 2 of our upcoming classes I'm pretty excited about. New things. Margie and I worked until 6 o'clock in the morning one day this week making things. Because that's what we do. We're kind of crazy. A good friend who'll come and paper craft with you until 6 in the morning. Okay. So I got my papers all trimmed down. Now I need to decide, first of all.
Irene and Laura.
Hi, Irene. Hi, Laura. Hi, Elsie. Good to see you, friend. Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to start by deciding what colors I'm going to want in my box lid and in my box base. And I really do like this snowflakes with the white. I want to replicate that. So I'm going to set aside, this one is going to be my first one. And one of these with the little snowflakes is going to be my last one. And then these are going to be in between. So when I do my layers, first I'm going to use my blue. And I've been thinking about this. I think it would be kind of fun. I haven't tried this before, so we'll see whether or not it's successful. I think it would be kind of fun when I do this to show some of the pattern side up and then put solid mats on it. I thought that might be kind of fun, so I'm going to try that. I was just thinking about it the other day. So I think I'm going to do, my outside layer will be the solid blue, so I have the snowflakes on the outside of my box. My next layer is going to be the snowflakes facing up. My next layer is going to be the Christmas words. Then I'm going to use this Let It Snow. This isn't going to be quite as busy as it looks because I'm going to put my mats on top of here, which will break this up and give me some solids. Then I'm going to go back to the blue. I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to use this for the inside of my box. So that's my layers I'm going to use. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to go to my explosion board. I know many of you have done explosion boards, but I'm going to go step by step here for the benefit of those who may not have done an explosion board. So I'm going to explain everything to you as you go. This explosion box board is by We Are Memory Keepers. It's really a good tool. It comes with a scoring tool stowed in the bottom. And up here, we have measurements that say, well, let's see, let's start down here. It says, here is my box and chart, or my box and paper chart. So when you're working on the extra large layer, the 12 by 12, which will produce a 4 by 4 by 4 box, it's called the XXL, and that's for 12 by 12 paper. Then I've got the XL, and that's for 11 by 11, 10 by 10, 9 by 9, 8 by 8, and so on and so forth. These same measurements come over here, and it tells you what line we're going to score on for each size of paper that we're using. And then it has a separate line for our lid. Down here, it gives me the dimensions to use for each lid size that I may be looking for, from an extra small, which is what we use on the inside of our explosion box to get this really cute little box lid. The way we make this explosion board or explosion box, we could just put all flaps inside, but it gives us the option for a box. So we've opted to put a little gift box right in the middle of our explosion box, which I think is really very clever. It's just really a clever design, Catherine. Then your board also comes, I gave my ring to somebody else. I can't remember, for some reason one was gone. And so I tied my templates on, but it also comes with heart-shaped templates to do the outside layer, whatever the outside layer might be. You can actually use this board just to make little gift boxes, and I could make my little gift boxes and use this little heart-shaped template to make little 2 by 2 boxes. So again, it's a very, very clever design. I'm going to take off the largest template because that's the one I'm going to use. I'm going to tie off the rest of these just so I don't end up with them all over the place and one missing. Yes, my daughter is here to visit, Catherine. And not only do we have Teddy out there, we have Teddy and Gypsy and Kid. out there. Kid is about 35 pounds. He's a little terrier. And Gypsy is about, my guess would be about 70, 75 pounds. And she's a Callahoola spotted leopard dog. And that's the big, bold voice that you hear. She's very, very sweet, but she is yes, they're having a party in the backyard. That is exactly right. They are having a party. Okay, so I have my 12 by 12 paper here. I know from my size chart that my 12 by 12 paper is considered, I can clarify it here, my 12 by 12 paper is considered to be the extra large line. I'm going to go to the XXL line and I'm going to score this paper all the way down to the bottom on that XXL line. I'm going to turn a quarter of a turn and I'm going to do it again on all four edges. Yes, those dogs have run and played and played and played and played in the backyard. At first, and even still, Teddy doesn't know exactly what to make of having dogs, especially a big dog in his house. Next thing I'm going to do is there is a corner scoring line right here in the corner of my board. I'm going to put my paper into the corner just as I did to score the individual lines, and I'm going to score right to where the two lines intersect for the, come in a little closer, honey, for the scoring lines I did before. You can actually feel it on there. See where the score lines show? You can actually feel it hit those two score lines. So it's really convenient to put your long lines in first, then go back and do this corner because you know right where to stop. You actually feel it hit that little channel. And there we go. We are scored all the way around. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my paper on my score lines so I can see where I'm working. Okay, that gives me a good guideline to work by. And I'm going to put my heart tool here so that the point of my heart fits right into the corner here. And I'm going to create a cut line. I'm going to grab one of my pigment markers that hopefully I can see on this dark paper. Okay. I think I can hold it straight. I'm going to come right around here. And I'm going to trace the top of that heart. I only want to cut off just this part I have just done, and I'm going to trace that heart on all four panels. This is the only panel in the box card that you're going to trace the hearts onto. We'll be cutting these off momentarily. Move to my template just a little. Okay. And I'm going to do one more here. I love making these. I was just pointing out to Bryce right before we started that obviously I've done a lot of these classes so far because I have a whole shelf of these cards done in the classroom in different styles for people to look at in here. But every one of them's different in its own way. So I do love to give them too. I've given quite a few, so I'm going to take my sharp scissors and I'm going to cut off need to cut inside my big bold line I just created. My downside of using a really white marker, you have to get it all off.
I believe Jake has arrived.
Excuse me?
So I believe Jake has arrived.
Oh, has the dogs got quiet?
No, the Ring doorbell went off.
Oh, okay.
Just look like him from what I can
I asked Jordan to wander in and say hello after a while. We'll see if she does. But I had to ask Jordan to come in and say hello to everybody. Kind of got a little sloppy with my inking there. Get a little more of that off.
Hi to Kemar.
Hi, Kim. We're making a Let It Snow explosion box today. This is our last Let It Snow project until I think of something else. This paper pack is really pretty. Catherine, it's gorgeous. The colors are so vibrant, and the colors are such a good match for our Let It Snow, obviously. I think where I've gotten a little carried away with my inking here, I'm going to take the ink pad from Heartfelt Creations and see if I can cover this little bitty over zealous inking areas. This is white core paper, so when you do what I just did and pull a piece off, you can actually expose the white core, so you'll want to be a little careful about that. Okay. 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 All right, so we got our heart shapes cut out. I'm gonna grab my blue ink here. And I'm going to touch up, maybe touch up a little. See if I can't touch up some of that over inking I did. I think that's going to go on too dark. Maybe I better not. Maybe I can take a brush and do it now. Let's see what happens if I do this. Oh, that's a good solution. Look at that. The silver and the white just disappear. This is one of the pads we just got in. This is the Graphic 45 pads. And they say their ink colors exactly match the inks in their papers. From what I'm seeing here, I would have to heartily agree that that is doing a heck of a good job of covering up my little messes here and there. See a little white here. Get rid of that. It was too dark when I tried to put it direct to paper, but when I pick it up with my water brush, it's doing great. I have to tell you, I'll show you again at the end of the day-to-day when I'm showing you my show and tell. But these, this is an extremely good pad. I just did some big projects with them and they're amazing. Okay, so that's actually going to be the outside of my card. Let me refold these this way. Because I want the snowflakes outside. Then I'm going to fold this paper in on itself at the corners. Right along those score lines that we put in. And you can see that our cardstock is becoming a box. And we are done with our first layer. Now, the other layers don't take as long as the first layer because you don't have to put the hearts on them. But it is nice to have that finished edge on the outside. If we weren't doing the hearts, those edges would stick way up and the lid wouldn't fit on straight. So you pretty much have to do the hearts on the outside layer. Okay, so we have chosen to next have this snowflake pattern. We last did a 12 by 12. That means this one's going to be an 11 by 11. So let's go ahead and put our 11-inch in. I'm keeping all these scraps for now, guys. Don't throw any scraps while you're working. 11. Those could be beautiful borders and things. So this is done. Now I'm going to take my 11 by 11 paper to my scoreboard.
Betty says she sometimes does extra hearts on the inner layers.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea, Betty. Okay. My 11 by 11 paper is extra large. That's what it says on my size chart right here. So I'm going to go to my extra large line and I'm going to pull this down. I don't need to do the diagonal line on these, not unless I'm making a box out of it. So I'm going to score all 4 of my lines. I like lots of pockets in my explosion boxes. I'm going to fold on all of my lines again so I can see where I'm going. Isn't that just rich, beautiful paper? Look at that burgundy. That is so rich. Okay, now I'm going to make my first pocket design. And to do that, And if you want to use a straight edge, you can do this. I have a straight edge. My quilling class keeps grabbing all of my rulers and things, but I do have one here. If I want to draw a line, you don't have to, but if you want to draw a line, you're going to go from the intersection or from the fold line right here to the fold line right here at the corners. So I'm going to, I think I want a little bit finer point on the pen I use. Let me see if I just dropped them all over my desk. Let me see if one of these has a little finer point. My precision or my Bic intensity markers are very well used. Some of them don't have much of a point. This has at least a better point. Okay. And I'm not going to draw all these lines, but I thought I'd draw a line to show you where I'm going. I'm just going to do it by hand from here on, but I'm going to cut from corner to corner in that first line. Now I'm going to do that all the way around. So I'm going to go from the corner of this fold to the corner of that fold. And I'm going to end up with kind of I think an octagon. I'm not good on my geometric shapes, but I believe it's an octagon. Is that 8 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. It's an octagon. Okay, I'm keeping all these pieces, and my shape now looks like this. The reason I wanted to create that shape is because I'm going to form some pockets on my card. I'm going to now take my scissors and I'm going to cut along this line just to the intersection of my lines so that this can fold over like that. I'm going to come to the opposite side. I'm going to cut along my line so that this can come over here, and what I end up with is a pocket. Now that looks like that could benefit from a little bit of my red ink. Let's see if I have a little red ink here. Really wouldn't hurt to maybe actually distress this edge just a little with my red ink pad. So I think I'll try doing that. Okay, so I'm going to take my red ink pad. It doesn't look like it's going to do much more than cover up the white, but covering up the white is a nice touch. There we go. And now I have my beautiful pocket done. In order to finish this pocket off, all I have left to do is to grab my glue bottle and I'm going to glue right along this bottom edge. Perfect. I'm going to glue right along this bottom edge. And just to give it a little extra security, I'm going to put a little bit down the side. I don't want to glue it where it's going to glue my pocket shut.
Sorry.
What's that noise? Bryson, his phone across the desk is that noise. Doesn't that look pretty with that solid on top of that? I love that. Okay, we're going to cut just to the line in the center. I'm going to cut just to the line in the center. We're going to do it again on this side. Boy, I love the way that burgundy looks on there. That's just so rich and so pretty. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to come up this way a little bit. And I'm just going to put a little on that bottom edge just to make sure I'm not gluing my pocket closed. Just a little bit there. So convenient to have ink pads that match these papers. Okay, there we go. My second layer is finished. Well, at least for now. For now. So I'm going to take my first layer. I'm going to draw a little line around this. I'm going to center it on my box, making sure that each of my flaps is in the center of the flap behind it. And now I have 2 layers of my box done. Let's get our third layer going. We're going to go to green. I first have to cut it to 10 by 10. That's really bugging me that I have all my pens upside down over here. Sorry. I have to move that because it's very distracting to me every time I look that direction. There we go. I didn't want all my pens to go on the floor. All right. I'm going to cut this to be 10 by 10. There's not a lot to remember here. We're just decreasing by 1 inch each time we go down. So I'm going to cut a 2-inch strip off of that side and a 2-inch strip off of this side. There we go. I'm going to grab my box board, and it tells me here that a 10 by 10 is a size large. So I'm going to go to my line that says large. Oops. Am I cutting a little bit there? Yes. I didn't cut that quite straight. Let's fix that. Okay, that looks better. Okay. I'm going to go to large and pull that down. I'm going to go to large again. Pull that down. I'm going to go to large again. That's not straight either. What did I do? That is not like me, guys. Wow. That's not like me or my caterpillar. Okay, it's nice and square now. Where am I? Okay, did that one. Oops. Should work out fine, I think. My fourth line. Let's see if with all my finagling, I got them all in there. It appears that I did. Still checking my squareness here. That looks okay. That looks okay. That looks okay. All right. I am going to cut on all 4 corners. I'm going to make another pocket page just like my last one. So I have to make my octagon. My paper is a little less than totally square at this point because of my little error there, so I might have to correct for that a bit in my pocket. We'll see what happens. Okay, now I'm going to fold on all my lines. I can see what I'm doing. I think I will have to correct in my pockets just a little. Okay, I'm going to cut on this line just till I reach the intersection. Cut on this line just till I reach the intersection. Same here and same here. I'm going to come to the front, and yes, I'm going to have to correct just a little bit of my pockets. It's going to be okay. I'm just going to have a little trim off I have to do. There's the little trim off on that side. This correction is only because my paper wasn't square in there, guys. And okay, there we go. That looks fine. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to glue along this line. I'm going to glue along this line. I'm going to glue along where I had to trim that off. And I'm going to put just a little glue down the angle. Doesn't that look pretty? The solid against that print. I have to do the same thing here. Nip this off just a little bit inside. And I'm going to have to trim this one off just a little bit. You can use your scoring tool to kind of make sure that everything lays down flat. That looks beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and run a line of glue along here. So now you know what to do if your cutting line wasn't entirely straight. Okay, we're going to bring our card back in. I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of here. Isn't this easy? So easy to do. Okay, and I want my pockets to be on the opposite edges that I had before. So I'm going to just center this once again over my last layer. And now I have 4 beautiful pockets inside my explosion box. We're up to our 4th layer already. Can you believe it? Oops. The 4th layer is going to be this Christmas words. We've done 12, 11, 10, which means this one's going to be 9. So I'm going to cut at 9. I'm going to watch my cutting this time. Make sure I get everything straight the first time. Makes life much easier. So I've got a 9 by 9. Bringing back in my board. And this says a 9 by 9 is going to be on medium. So we're going to do medium. Pull that down. Medium. Medium. I get to do this again in another week, I think. Yeah. We'll be doing this on site in a week. Okay, there's my 4 lines in there. Let's do a different kind of pocket this time. And you have to go at it just a little differently. I'm going to cut in, and then I'm going to cut in again roughly halfway. And I'm going to clip this piece out. So what I'm going to get here is a half pocket that just comes over and folds on my card. Now you have to work around the edge doing this when you're not doing opposite sides, cut the same way. Now I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to do this one. The next one, I'm kind of going counterclockwise. I'm going to find my halfway. I'm not measuring because I don't do that. I'm going to come across and I'm going to fold this one for a half pocket. Okay. And I'm going to draw my line down, creating a pretty pocket. Continuing my way around counterclockwise. I'm going to go to my next line. I'm going to cut it halfway. I'm going to take the extra little piece out, which I'm not throwing away, because these would be great to mat our sayings on. And I'm going to glue this down. Whoops, what am I doing here? I just glued the wrong edge. Where's my baby wipes? Where's my baby wipes? I couldn't get out of the package. I'll be stronger than the baby wipe. Okay. Took my glue off that edge and put it on the right edge. There's the thought, huh? I was going to glue my pocket shut from the top. There we go. That's better. And it's still open at the top. And finally, I'm going to do my last pocket. I'm going to cut in from the side. Cut in from the side. Take the extra little flap out. And fold it over. And now I have 4 little half pockets all the way down, all the way around my card. Beautiful. Didn't fold this earlier. I need to fold it more a little bit just to get things where they should be. Okay, let's put this one in the middle of our last layer.
See Betty's comment. So nice.
Excuse me?
Betty's comment. Tom?
Oh, I'm glad too, Betty. Bless your heart. That one with the verses really is a beautiful gift. Now this, you might see on two sides is not much wider than my flaps. That's because of my missed cutting. It'll be fine, but two of my flaps are almost the same width as the ones under them because of my cutting error, but it'll still look good. Okay, so let's see. That is 12, 11, 10, 9. This time we're going to be on 8. Open up our cutter again. And we're cutting for our 8 by 8 this time. We've got those big, beautiful pieces left. We're going to go to our board, and an 8 by 8 is considered small. So we're going to score on our small line. Isn't this easy? 8. Small. And small. Let's see, what do I want to do this time? I think I've already said I really want to have a lot of pockets, so I think maybe I'll do my fold over pockets again. You can do gatefold and a variety of things if you want to. In the gatefold, I probably need to measure. I'm not sure I want to, actually, because then you have to come up with ways to fasten and stuff. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do some more of my crossover pockets, because I really do like the way those look with this paper. So I'm going to make my octagon again. I'm going to cut it to my intersection line there. I'm going to fold my pockets over. Isn't this just pretty, the way that looks on that print? I just think it's pretty. A little blue there. Put a little blue across this. And just a little ways up the side. Just enough to give that a little more substance without. Got a little bit of glue there. I'm going to get rid of. You can use a baby wipe to tape glue off. My advice to you is just don't get carried away. Don't saturate your paper. And don't rub too hard. It doesn't take much to take glue off. Fold these pockets in. So cute.
And it says the crossovers are also fun to decorate.
Yes. Okay. What do you like to do with the crossovers, Brenda? Was it Brenda that said that? Well,
yes.
That's right. Okay. How do you like to decorate your crossovers? I like to put something in the middle here. What specifically do you like to do? Since being part of Deb's gang. Oh, that's an interesting fact that Catherine just said. France would fit into Texas 5 times.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine how many times it fit into Alaska. Okay, let's go ahead and fold these. Fold this. Fold this. Fold this. Put a little glue on the bottom here. Oh, I like that border dazzles on your Yes, Mary R. I believe she did. We'll have to ask her, but yes, I believe she did. In fact, when I asked her about it, she said she'd already been there. She and Jake had been there before. So that was kind of fun. Okay. So the last one went this way, so I'm going to do it this way. There we go. Look how pretty that's looking. Love that. All right. We're ready for our next paper, which is going to be another burgundy. We have finished our 8x8, so now we're going to go to 7x7. Open up my trimmer here. Make sure my paper's straight. And we're going to cut to 7x7. Bring my board back in. Cap my glue bottle so I'm not fussing about needing a pen. The 7x7, it says, is extra small. So we're going to do extra small. Extra small. Extra small. And extra small. I'm going to do my crossover pocket the other way. So I'm going to cut these corners off. Can you believe we're almost finished constructing our box and we've only been at it for an hour? You would never imagine you could do this as quickly as you can. Of course, the fact that I've done it dozens of times at this point might make a difference, but it is so well laid out for us. Okay, fold on my lines, fold on my lines, fold on my lines, fold on my lines. I'm going to start bringing my pockets over. Bring this pocket over. Okay. Hi, Mary T. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you, friend. I can't remember, Lisa, are you coming to the explosion box class? We're doing, I think it's next week. Okay. There we go. Lisa's one of our crafty friends from right here in Tigard who spends lots of time in class with me, and I have just loved getting to know her. She's the nicest lady.
She says she thought she missed it.
Oh, there we go. Ah, excellent. Are you calendar confused? No, you have not missed it. It's a December class, and I think it's coming up next Sunday. So you are right on track to make it. I love doing these explosion boxes. They're just so much fun. Okay, we have our next layer ready to go in. We're going to put a little glue on the bottom. And it has to go this way. So I'm just kind of centering that in there. Do you know what we're up to? We're already up to the inside box. Wow. So let's make a box. And we have a box and a box lid left. We're going to make our box in green, which will be beautiful. Move this damn paper or wet wipe out of the way. Okay. So our next, that was our 7x7. So now we're doing our 6x6. So we're going to cut this to 6x6. We're going to take this 6x6 to our explosion board.
Buddy's asking a question.
Could you show maybe on a scrap how to make a door? How to make a door? I think others might be interested. A door to what? Maybe if I know what I'm making a door to. May I have my... And Catherine, you're a crack up. Okay, so our 6x6, our board tells us 6x6 is the extra small line. So we're going to score this down on the extra small.
They're talking about the gatefold door.
Oh, the gatefold. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think I could do it on an extra piece of paper here. Okay, so let's see. Once we have done that, we're going to, because we're making a box this time, we have to go back and use this little corner. And just as before, this angle we're coming in with is going to create our box shape. We need this little angle to get it in a box shape. You really don't have to use the hearts, I guess. I just thought about this. You don't make the heart in the littlest box, and it doesn't have pieces sticking up. So I don't know that you would have to use the heart at all if you didn't want to. Just dawned on me. It doesn't have pieces sticking up. Okay, I've got my box scored. Okay, on all the lines. Now I'm going to begin assembling my box. Now, if you have some little baby clothespins or paper clips, this is a great job for a paper clip, or one of those little tiny clothespins or a mini binder clip, none of which I have handy here because I didn't think that far. Nothing unusual about that. Okay, you can take your bone folder and kind of crease those folds in the corners. That will help to make sure you get a good glue line in there. Once we've done that, we're going to put glue on one of the triangles on the inside. This it will be half of the corner. You're going to put glue on half of that corner and hold it over against the side of the box. And while you're doing that, you might just as well put some glue in the outside of that fold. Get a nice little cover of glue in there, and you're basically just folding that corner piece into the side of your box and gluing the outside of that corner piece flat. Okay. Okay. And you kind of have to hold it for a second. But with this Cosmic Shimmer, you don't have to hold it any too long. I'm going to move to my next corner, and I'm going to put a little glue in that corner, right out to the edges. And then I'm going to put some glue on the inside of that corner so it will stick to the side of my box. Like I said, this is a good job if you have those little mini paper clips or binder clips or little clothespins, because then you don't have to sit and hold it at all. And we've got that one in. So we've got two sides of our box looking great. Next, I'm going to put some glue on the outside of this corner. I use plenty of glue for this process. And then I'm going to put some on the end. It gets a little tight here at this point. Put a little on the inside of this corner to stick it to the side of the box. There we go. I hope you do get back for the show and tell. We're a little ways away yet because we're still going to do some decorating and stuff. So hopefully you will get back for show and tell. But if not, you can watch it on the rerun. That's the beauty of our online world here. I'm really excited about show and tell today, actually. Really excited about it. I made some beautiful projects in the middle of the night. Margie and I working along. Okay, here we go. I'm going to glue the fourth side of my box. Make sure it's tacked in there real good. Stay dry. I don't know that happens very much when you're helping somebody have a shower. Okay, there's an adorable little box. How cute is that? That's just too cute for words. Okay, our little 2x2 box. Now, the next thing I want to do is build my lid. I'm going to make a green lid for this box inside. Let's glue this in place. A little 2x2 gift box, just cute as a button. Put it right in the middle. Glue it in place. Now we're going to make a lid for this one. And if I want to make a lid for an extra small box, I can't make it out of that one. No, I can. It says that I'm going to use 4.5. I want to share. So we're going to go to 4 3/8. You could even do, excuse me, that's not right. Yeah, 4 3/8. You could even do quarter, 4 3/8 right there. Yeah. I'm going to do 4 3/8. Now this time, we're going to do things similarly to what we've done them before, with the exception that we're going right here in the corner, and no matter what the size of the lid is, you're going to use this line that says lid. So I'm going to pull down on the lid, pull down on this line that says lid, pull down on the line that says lid, and pull down on the line that says lid. Oops. There we go. And then I'm going to do the angle because the lid has to have corners to close. And it will tell me right where to stop because I can feel it hit those other lines. So I've got my lid. I'm going to fold it on my outer score lines. Then I'm going to fold my corners in. And I'm going to use my scoring tool to kind of crease those corners in a little bit. And we have another form of a box, don't we? It's just a skinny box. So we're going to do the same gluing again for our box corners. I'm going to put glue in the outside corners. Whoops. Hopefully only on the outside and not on the rest of the paper like I just did. I'm going to come in here and fill this good with glue. And I'm going to catch this inside corner just like we did last time. And I'm going to close this, hold it there for a second. And that's looking good. I'm going to get the glue off my fingers. And I'm going to move to my next corner. Kind of have a little bit of glue on the outside there. Get rid of that. I'm going to glue this outside corner closed. And I'm going to go inside here and put a little glue to stick it to the wall. I'm going to close that. Hold it for just a second.
Try.
Make it a bigger. Okay. And then we're going to put a little glue in this outer corner again. I'm going to fill that in. Nice and filled in. I'm going to go to this inside corner and put some glue where it's going to stick to the side of my box. Close that up. I don't know how I managed to get glue on my fingers every single time I move that, but I do. Okay, and I have one more corner to glue. Last one. You know, you spend a lot of money if you want to buy one of these boxes that's already constructed to do your crafting on. Even the blank boxes are very expensive. I've seen the card bases, and they only have like 2 or 3 layers. And you can pay $10, $12 for one explosion box base. So you're getting your money out of this one over and over and over and over again. Like I said, the kit that I sent, depending on how you use your resources, your kit will do. This is going to be a nice tight fit for a box, but that's actually makes me happy. So if you want it a little looser, you can go with the regular dimensions, but I actually made it 1/8 of an inch smaller.
See,
When I was in the UK, I went to Harrods in London. You would not believe how expensive these boxes were. Thank you, Catherine. Now look here, isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, I think the very next thing that I want to do is I want to I'm going to put some layers on some of these busier tabs. I just thought that would be fun to try. So I'm going to do it. This is the first time I've done layers, but I think it'd be fun. This tab is 2 1/4 wide, so I'm going to cut myself a 2 by 2 layer to go on this one and the one across from it, since the other two have pockets. I'm going to put my layers on these. I just think it'll look pretty. We'll see. I could be right, could be wrong. Never know. I always love it when I decide to experiment live.
Mhm.
Always good to experiment live, don't you suppose? I think it's going to be pretty.
Oh my gosh. She says in Liberty, London, they started at 75 pounds.
Wowzer. Wowzer. Well, you need to make a bunch of them, Catherine, to sell them over there. There we go. Okay, so I've got some red panels on those. Let's try some green. Let's see what's, oh, that's not green, that's blue. Let's try some blue. Those are 2 1/2 inches, so I'm going to make my blue 2 1/4 inch panels. I just thought it'd be pretty when I put the artwork on them, if I was putting the artwork on a solid color piece. I don't know, but that's my thinking.
Betty shared that she made one with all white layers and then
Ooh.
decorated with gold
Oh, I'll bet
dazzles
that
and
was
die
beautiful.
cuts.
I'll bet that was gorgeous, Betty. Okay. I don't know if this will look more busy or less busy. I don't know. We'll find out. You may love it and want to do it, and you may say, ooh, it was prettier before you messed with it. And that's okay too, because then you know. Tap on Debian, I think it is.
They're talking about how to make their screens bigger on YouTube.
Oh, okay. It sure would, Lisa.
Catherine said, nothing approached your beautiful box.
Thank you, my friend. Sometimes I think you're too kind. All right, there we go. In blue. I want some light blue. Oh, that's pocket. Don't want to do that. Those are my pockets all the way around, so I'm not going to do the light blue layer. Let's see, I have another green layer here, though. And this green layer is 3 1/4, so I need 2 3 by 3s. I want to meet you someday, Catherine. You going to come to the U.S. or am I going to come to France? How are we going to do that? Someday, Bryce and I have plans to go to Italy. But, you know, a little detour by France would be good. See our friend Catherine. Okay. Three by 3 panel. So you don't have to put these panels on everything because we already have the pockets on some of them. Offering the come to France, turn left to the Eiffel Tower. You can't miss me. I love you. You're such fun. Okay, let's see. All right, 3 1/2 inches. So I need 3 1/4 inch panels. And we can use, see, we're just using up some of those scraps, aren't we? Which is really fun. By now, with our Let It Snow you guys should begin to be having, those who have been participating in all these classes should be begin to having a beautiful collection of scraps that you can sit down and craft a bunch of freehand cards from. Okay, there we go. Let's do one over here. All right. Lisa says, I don't think you can turn left in press. You just go around and around and around. Laura described that. Lauren loves France. She's been there twice. Now, why Lauren has been there twice and her mother hasn't been there at all, I have not yet figured out. There's something wrong with this picture. Okay, guys, it's time to decorate. Woohoo! Wowzer. Look at that. That's beautiful. And it's time to decorate it. I am liking that. See how it looks with the panels in there? I do like that. I think that's going to be fun to put our prints over the top of and not have it look really busy. What to do with my book? I think it's time to find some art. Now, I did do a couple things last time I want to replicate. I love that poinsettia on my box, so I've got to find that. And the other thing I loved about my box last time was using these polar bears on my corners. I want to do that again. Everything else I'm open to just do differently, but I love those two things I did last time. So I want to replicate those. Okay, let's find those. Here are some of the polar bears on this one. Oops. There's polar bears on this one. And I want the blue polar bears. So I have 'Tis the Season on that side and Let It Snow on this side. I hope that poinsettia didn't come from a big book. It might have. And then I might have to do something different, but I can still figure it out. There's some of my polar bear border I used last time. So let's take that out. You know, I could put this joy. That joy would look really good too on that Santa, or on that box right there. So let's take those polar bears. Oh, wait. No, that's too big. But maybe I cut that down. I did cut that. No, I didn't cut that down. Yes, I did. Oh, I took this one last time and I actually cut it down to fit. That's what I did. Because I can feel the little border I've added. So let's do that again.
Good night, Elsie.
Good night, Elsie. See you soon, friend. But these Santas are really cute too. I want more polar bears. I need one more page of my tags so I can get 4 polar bear stickers. Okay. All right, let's start with those. In fact, let's start with this poinsettia that I jury-rigged to get it to be the right size. I love, love, love these borders around the outside. You've heard me say that on other of the Let It Snow projects. I really like these for borders on stuff. So try to retain as much of that holly corner as you can by just kind of cutting around it as opposed to through it. I'm going to take this poinsettia out. I know that my box is 2 by 2, So I'm going to cut this down and I'm going to move the border up to make it fit my box.
Oh,
There she is. Hey, move the camera up.
No.
Yes, please.
No, I do not want to be on camera. I love you, but no, it's not happening.
My daughters are so stubborn. Okay, then come and then talk to my friends. Just say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
This is Jordan refusing her mother. But she did at least come out. So I guess I have to say that's okay. Okay, so I cut this off to be roughly square. And now I have this little tiny green border at the bottom to finish off my frame. So I'm just going to move that border up and then it's going to look good. Then it's going to look like that tag. Well, it would if I cut the extra piece off that I left on there. Then it's going to look like that tag was always that size. I do these things and I forget what I did. Mary T says hi. Lisa says hi. Betty says hi. Catherine in France says hi. Elsie in Norway is out there. Thank you guys for saying hi to my daughter. I'm so glad to have her home, I tell you. So glad to have her home safely, having
chair.
ventured across the
I have
country
to stand.
to get home to her mom and dad in the Pacific Northwest and her friends here. Okay, there's my little poinsettia tag. It looks like it belongs, doesn't it? We're going to put that right on the top of our box. This is what we're building, Jordan. Isn't it cute?
That is very cute. I don't know why I thought you were doing your photo album today.
Nope. Today we are doing explosion boxes with a gift box in the middle. As this little box opens. There we go. All right. We got that. Now let's do some polar bears. Because I'm really excited about putting the polar bears up here on these cars. That looks really cute to have them kind of trucking around the edges of our box, don't you think? So let's get some polar bears from these sheets. That's not the one. I'm going to take this 'Tis the Season polar bear from right here. And I want these two little polar bear cubs from the other side. Saying, let it snow. You just have so many options for art for this little box in the 8x8 paper pack. There's so many options. So you're going to have a blast decorating this. So many choices for art. And then just to make your choices even more complicated, I gave you that 8-page collection of Christmas quotes that you can use. So I have my polar bears. Oh, there's that's green. I'm gonna. I could use green. There's another one here.
I mean, your inside box is green, so green would be a complementary of your center.
I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut one stripe off of my border sheet here, because these will make tags in my corners. So I'm just going to cut one full stripe between this. You'll see what I mean when you're looking at the paper, between the snowflake stripes. And I'm going to make 4 tags out of that. Each corner will have one of these and one of the other tags. See if those are all roughly the same size or if I need to trim the outer ones. Yeah, that's perfect. They're all the same. And let's get this other "'Tis the Season" polar bear off of this one. You're just going to have so much fun decorating these. It will take as long to decorate if you're really having fun with it. It will take as long to decorate as it does to make the album or the card. But it's going to be so cool. Now, some of the things we've talked about with these explosion boxes, we've talked about using family photos. In some of them, if you're giving them to a family member, stick a few photos in here on some of these tabs. If you're using it as a wedding card, yes, tomorrow is Fun Folds, 3 Fun Folds, Lisa. That is on the agenda for tomorrow. We have, if you're going to a wedding or a bar mitzvah or something, you can tuck money in the pockets. You can put gift cards in the pockets. You can, again, you can put some of our Christmas quotes. If you're doing one that's more spiritual, we have some verses and things that you can use. I'm going to start by putting all 4 polar bears, the same tags, in the same position, so they're like marching around my card. So there's so much that you can do with these pockets: gift cards, cash, photos, artwork, tags. Such fun things you can do with this. It's really going to be great. So just to kind of give it a kind of a feeling of symmetry, I don't want too much symmetry, but a little bit's good. I'm putting my polar bears around the outside edge in the same position. Lottery tickets, good idea, Lisa. I love your ideas. You can put candy in the middle. You can, with the ones that I did for loss, you know, when I was giving it to someone who'd experienced a deep personal loss, I got these little angel pendants. No, they were dove. I take it back. They were dove pendant on Amazon for $10. It's just a cute little dove. Kind of represented the same message I was sending in my card, you know, with my spiritual verses and scriptures and things that I was putting in. So I put that in the middle along with a couple more scriptures. There's just so much that you can do.
Betty put a bumblebee pin in the middle box of her B card.
Oh, that's fun, Betty. I love that. I love that. I may have to trim some of these just a little. I see that one's going to go over the edge, but it doesn't anymore.
Snip, snip.
So, Mom, is this just essentially a gift box? Like
Roberta
fancy...
says she understands, sweetheart. She wouldn't want to be on camera herself. What?
Oh, I was asking if this is just essentially a very fancy gift box.
This is a fancy card and gift all in one.
Okay.
Because it can kind of be anything you want it to be. It can be all paper things. And it's beautiful and fun as all paper things. But all those other things we talked about could go in the pockets and things. And you can put family pictures and just all kinds of stuff.
That's very fancy.
What did I do? I put those 2 side by side. I really don't want those 2 side by side. Is it too late? It perhaps is, but I think I can cover it up. I didn't put these two side by side. So I'm going to try to change it. We'll see what I do to myself
Mary
here.
R says hello.
Hello.
Okay. I think I can fix this by making this tag. I'm going to put this tag on a little sheet of backer so I can cover up my mess there. Aren't you guys glad I make mistakes so you can see how to fix stuff? I do it just for you. I want you to know that. I'm here for you. Yeah, they barely beat the weather in, didn't they, Jordan?
Yeah. Mom was saying it was only a couple of hours before the roads in the mountains closed after we got here.
There we go. All right. So I have put
It has a
this.
lid.
How we feel the love.
lid.
That's very cool.
Yeah, the Columbia River Gorge is known for getting really treacherous when the weather changes. Even when the rest of the state is in good shape, the Columbia River Gorge, which is absolutely beautiful. If you've never seen it, it's one of the things you need to put on your bucket list because the Columbia River Gorge is
Love this
amazing. Isn't it pretty?
It's gorgeous.
The Columbia River Gorge is an amazing, amazing place. It's just beautiful. There we go. Now I'm going to put this one where it should have been. Over here. I do need to trim it down just a little bit. Jordan's over here looking through some of my old boxes. Remember when we did the cherry blossom one, guys? That's the one she's looking at, where we did the pretty stamping and die cutting to make the inside of the box, made the handmade flower for the inside. If you want to pass it over, I'll show them what we're talking. Oops, put it upside down.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand this to you because I'm trying to put it back together, but I'm worried I'm gonna break it.
You can't break it.
Oh, watch me.
This is the one that she's talking about. Her dad was showing her some of the other ones. And this was the one that she's,
I love this lid the most, I think, though.
this is the one that she's oohing and eyeing over. And it's got the pretty handmade flowers and then some of the handmade embellishments and the tags and stuff we cut out. Really pretty. Oh.
Yeah, put it back.
To put it back, all you do is push in on the hearts and then everything
Didn't see it wasn't.
theoretically closes.
Yeah, okay.
And you pop the lid back on top. Okay, let's see. All right, look at our polar bears around the outside. Doesn't that look cool? I love that. All right, now we can do whatever we want. I think we should take a look at some of the Christmas verses, and I think we should begin to decide what we think we might want to use off of there. I'll give you an idea at least what's on here. This is Christmas greetings, quotes, and sentiments. And candidly, the way I came up with this is I put each one of those words. Jordan, can you make a Teddy rubber stamp or digital stamp that Debbie can sell?
If she gives me license, or if she gives me a bit of the profits, I've already designed the stamp.
I'll give you the profits.
Mom, I already made you a stamp. If
I
you want to
know, I
sell
use
it,
it.
you just have to give me.
Look
what
up
is-
here in the corner of my screen.
Oh, it's right there. Yeah, the little logo.
Okay, so anyway, in order to come up with these Christmas greetings, what I typed those search words in the internet, and then I went through and just started cutting and pasting and putting all these thoughts together. So We have simple greetings like Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Yuletide greetings, Happy Holidays, Seasons greetings, Joyous Noel, Feliz Navidad, peace, love, and joy, celebrate, be merry, enjoy the holiday season, warmest wishes, may your days be merry and bright. But as I went on, it got crazier and crazier. There's some really wonderful ones. Family traditions are meant to be shared. Bah humbug, haul out the holly. And then there's some great quotes and things by different people. There are lyrics to songs and who wrote them and when. We've got On Dasher, On Dancer, On Prancer and Vixen, On Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen from 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, credited to Clement Moore. May your walls know joy, may your room hold laughter, may every window open to great possibilities. And the person who said that. So just beautiful, wonderful sayings and stuff. I think we should cut up some of these and pick a few and put them in our pockets. We could actually glue some of them to the panels if we want to. But I think we start by getting them trimmed apart. Mary says, do you see what she says? Love me some mature Teddy.
Everybody loves that dog.
Well, if we don't do Teddy Cam every few sessions, people protest until we go get him.
That sounds about right. Because he's so cute.
Jordan just met Teddy for the first time when she got here. She'd seen him on FaceTime, but she had never loved and snuggled that dog till she got here. Because we got him after she left.
A week after I left, actually.
What week after you left?
Yep. I had just gotten to Cindy's when you called me and said, hey, guess what?
That sounds about right, because we got him in July, I think.
Yep.
So she was not at all happy. Jordan is definitely a dog person, as you already know. And she was not happy that we got a new puppy after she left. Okay. So you can see how nicely these little tags cut up. This one says, let it snow somewhere else.
No.
The fruitcake's in the mail. All I want for Christmas is you. That one's from Vince Vance. You're the spice in my gingerbread. To me, you shine brighter than the star on the tree. You're what makes the holidays happy. You melt me faster than a snowflake. Christmas isn't a season, it's a feeling. That's beautiful. Christmas greetings and best wishes. Cheers to a new year and another chance for us to get it right. That's from Oprah Winfrey. Okay. They want to know if you picked up a Northeastern accent.
No, I can't say that I did. What you're hearing is the end of a cold. No accent here.
So I may have to trim my margins a little bit or just use these in the larger flaps. But a lot of these will actually go, like this one, will go beautifully. The season's greetings. I'm going to put this one. I've got this half pocket here, and this season's greetings and best wishes for the new year. Just looks really pretty in that position, so I think I'm going to put that there. We're probably not going to decorate every page of this while we're together because, candidly, that will get long and cumbersome and maybe boring for you. And what I don't want you to be when we're on the air together is bored.
I did, in fact, make a Teddy stamp for my mom. She has it. There's just only one. There was only one ever made.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what else we have here. This one says, a silent night, a star above, a blessed gift of hope and love, a blessed Christmas to you. That's beautiful. Dear Santa, is it too late to say I'm sorry?
If you have to ask, then yes.
That Mary is still after it, Jordan. Digital one?
Like I said, you could potentially sell the license to the art. I gotta have a cut.
Catherine says, your accent is so easy to follow for a French person. I love your U.S. voice.
Well, that's nice.
Didn't know you had an accent.
I was not. I mean, when I'm with my in-laws who have very deep Southern drawls, I definitely have an accent to them, but to everybody else over here, no, not at all.
We don't think we have one at all. We think everybody else does.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure that's everybody in all different parts of the world too. Everyone with a different accent.
Ooh, almost cut the words off there, but I made it. So these sayings are really a lot of fun. If you already have your box board, they have your paper. The sayings are for sale separate store, and it's like $5 or $6 to get all of these sayings. So it's pretty fun to have them all available. And obviously, you have a couple hundred sayings here. You only need one sheet for probably a whole season. You can put these in your regular cards. You can put them in as just little drop-ins, or you can glue them in as a part of the card design.
Now, did you just print out a whole bunch of sayings, or is this part of a kit?
I made them up, but it's they can get the sayings by themselves if they want to, or they can.
Or it comes with the kit.
Oh,
It
that's
comes
nice.
in the kit. This is a nice little narrow one. It says it's hot chocolate weather. And then a kit called Let It Snow. I think we should have this one on one of the little tabs, because that would be cute.
Lisa's asking, where are the sentiments on the website?
They are under class kits. There's a tab called live stream class kits. And then under that tab, there's a subcategory that says older kits and one that says explosion boards. It's in the explosion board area. And I may have to reprint some of them, Lisa.
They're not there, Mom.
You're out.
Yeah.
Or they're not there.
They're not listed.
Go down card sentiments, greetings, and quotes. Right there.
So they are right there.
That's actually the manufactured ones. Let's see if mine are in there. There's some of them. Kwanzaa scripture verses related to strength, courage.
Give a link to this section.
But there are more of them. I just need to get them reprinted and put back in there. I'll try and make a priority of doing that. Here's a quote from Elf. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is to sing loud for all to hear. I think a card should have references to Elf in it. It is, after all, one of the better Christmas movies, in my opinion.
I mean, we watch that and White Christmas every year.
I love
like
Elf.
Clockwork.
I do love Elf. I'm going to put this one, the Elf saying, on this other blue pocket. Then I'll try and find a cute tag or something to go in this pocket that has a suitable image on it. So we have all of these beautiful things we can do. Betty asked for, how do you do the gatefold? Let's go back. And I didn't want to take time. Oh, actually, we still have one more thing we got to do here besides decorate this. We got to build the box lid yet. So let's get the box lid made. You are going to have ample supplies between your book and your 8x8 book, your patterns and solids. You will easily have enough to make 2 beautiful box cards out of just the supplies that come with this kit. So have fun doing that. Let's get our lid made. Now for the extra large box, which is the one we're working on, it says we want the paper to be 6.5 by 6.5. I'm going to take you down just a little from that. Let's do 5 and no, let's not do that. Let's do 6 3/8. Maybe just 1 notch up from 6 3/8. And we're going to make that just a tiny bit smaller than they recommend, so you get a nice tight fit. So let's do that. Will you go to the wall, Bryce or Lauren, and get me some 1/2 inch? Let's do white ribbon. And I might need, let's say we need at least, well, get me 2 yards. Probably won't take 2 yards, but let's do 2 yards. We're making the lid, so we're going to go to the lid line. We're going to go to that line. We're going to pull down the lid. It doesn't matter what the size of the box is. We're going to get a 1 inch lid, 1 inch deep lid, and this lid is going to fit our 4x4 box. Once we've gone on all 4 of those lid lines, we're going to come in from the corner at a diagonal till we hit that intersection line that we talked about before. And we're going to fold and glue this lid. Then we're going to decorate it, because I kind of think we should do that, don't you? Okay, here we go. We're going to fold on all the score lines.
Betty would like to know if you could show some dazzles.
Yes. Can I show some dazzles? Sure. We can show some dazzles or other things. Do you want to look over here in these drawers that I'm pointing to? And I have some sticker folders. Yeah. You might have to pull that box out of your way. But find the Christmas folder. I think it's in the top drawer.
Christmas borders.
Thank you. And pull out some pretty borders.
How do you want?
Oh, I don't know. What do you find? Okay. So we've got our lid. We're going to go ahead and do our little lid thing here. We're going to glue on the outside. We're going to glue on. Glue on the inside. We're going to hold it in place for a second unless you happen to have some of those nifty little clothespins or extra tiny binder clips or paper clips handy. We'll glue on the outside. Glue on the inside, stick it to the side of our box. We're going to fold this over.
So we're going to find something to match those, but you seem to have like 90% gold in those.
That's okay. Gold is fine.
Well, I know, but it clashes with that.
Okay. And we're going to glue on the outside, glue on the inside. Blue on the outside. Blue on the inside. There we go. Beautiful. Jordan picked out a few peel stickers for us. I don't think they're Dazzle's brand, but that doesn't matter. We sell lots of brands of peel stickers. Okay, let's check our lid for size. To fold this all up, like I was saying to Jordan a while ago, you kind of push in on the center of the hearts. And everything kind of comes up. And you get it all together. Use your lid to pin everything up
Lauren's just left
in
on our way.
place.
So that
There we go. And our lid fits really nicely. I don't think we would have wanted it any smaller, but it's just right, really. So now let's put a pretty decoration on it. We're going to wrap a piece of ribbon around our lid. Let me get a piece of tape here. All of my tape might be on the table out there. Okay. Time for a swig of Coke. Oh, I do love my Diet Coke. Okay. One of my people in class told me last night, she's also a viewer online. And she told me when she wins the lottery, that Coca-Cola truck is going to pull up in the driveway. I said, when you win the lottery, I'm going to hold you to it. Okay. For a 4-inch lid, I'm going to want this to be long enough to come up over the edge of my lid, around and get to the bottom of my box. So let me tell you, I actually guessed that just right. Let me find my scissors here and I'll tell you how long I made this. I've just got to find my ruler and all
you
this
could always
paper.
use your paper cutter as a ruler.
Here it is. I knew I had one sitting there though. Okay, that's 6. 6. It's about 11 inches long. So I'm going to peel my tape. I want to make sure that when I put this over the top of my box, I'm allowing enough room to come clear in, around, and down onto the floor of my lid. Because we want to be able to hide the edges. It's not essential, it just looks nice when I do that. So I'm going to go right into the middle. I'm going to wrap this up over the edge, tuck it into the corner, and stick it to the lid. And do the same thing on the other side. I just put the tape right on the back of my ribbon. It's pretty manageable that way. Now let's get another piece. It's about the same. Put tape on this. If we're talking about favorite Christmas movies, my favorite Christmas movie is A Muppet Christmas Carol. I love the music in A Muppet Christmas Carol.
You sure do.
I did. Jordan said, "Yeah, I sure do." My whole family also says, "Are you really going to make us watch the Muppets?" Yes. Oh, I think I just watched that movie a couple days ago, Catherine.
You did.
Okay, right about the middle. Going up over the edge of my box, down the other side, into the inside.
They made the Christmas card Hallmark movie in Kathy's little town.
Oh, really?
Several of her friends were in it.
Wow, that's cool. Okay, I have a 4x4 box lid. So I'm going to cut a piece of paper that's about 4x4. I may have to go just a little under 4x4. I'm going to make it like one dash under the 4x4. Let's see if it'll just drop in there. Oh, I made it too small. Okay, let's try that again. I mean, I guess I was thinking this is actually a 4.5 inch lid, isn't it? Because we used a 6.5 by 6.5. So I'm going to go a little under 4.5. Let's try that again.
Sharma says, Jim Carrey the Grinch. That was fun.
Now it's too
Years
big.
since I've seen that.
I will get there eventually. I always do.
The stuff is my favorite is White Christmas, though.
Jordan's favorite is White Christmas. The kids have always loved that.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm down to 4 1/8. Well, you guys will know exactly what to do because, aha, 4 1/8. That's the size. I'm going to put glue on this. And then I'm going to use this to seal my work underneath so it looks beautiful when you look in. And tidy, pretty.
Say goodnight to Mary R.
Good night, Mary R. Okay, I'm going to tie my bow. And tie a pretty bow for this. I think I'll tie a 515 for my bow makers out there.
Blanket for Grandma.
Oh, that's beautiful. Who's making that?
Me.
You're making that?
Oh, look at how soft.
This is beautiful.
Oh, my mom wanted me to tell you, Bryce, that she has totally and completely enjoyed the blanket that you sent her.
Good.
Oh, Mom, speaking of that, Jake says if you want a really good idea of what he wants for Christmas, more colorful hats.
More colorful hats? I could do that.
He wears your hats every day. He is wearing one right now downstairs.
Good. More colorful hats.
The more colorful, the better.
Okay.
Those crazy ones that you weren't sure that he was gonna like. Those are his.
Those
favorites.
are his favorites.
Those are his favorites.
Have any of you guys made your knitting loom hats this year? That's what Jordan was just telling me. Jake wants knitting loom hats this year. The brighter the colors, the better.
He says that I think it was blue and gold would be a really good one because I think he has for the boat.
Oh,
Maybe colors, yeah.
Yeah, would also be really cool.
Well, I have to go to the store and pick out the right colors of gold and blue. But I can do that.
What kind of Is that a special kind of stitch?
I actually have quite a few hats
It kind
done
of looks
too.
like
Okay,
kind of looks like scales.
we have
which I
our
like a
beautiful
lot.
bow.
It's scallops.
We're gonna put it on our box.
You make the first one. It's just a slip stitch.
Okay.
Yes, I'd usually use my best
And
glue
the next
ever,
we
but
call
this
a
is what I
half.
have in hand right this minute. So
Of course, I've
I'm
got my
going with it.
thread wrapped around everything. You just go over, pull through, and then you just pull through all of them.
There we go. Okay, we're gonna do gatefolds for Betty. Is there any other questions? Look at that lid. Now let's take a look at this on our box.
And do that other slip stitch. It pulls it down and makes the like little scallop.
That is so pretty. Grandpa's gonna love that.
I hope so. It's a lot of work.
It looks like a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I thought it would be
beautiful.
for him a nice lap to get. Well,
There's
it's
our
gonna be
box,
quite
guys.
long,
Yes.
but it should be nice and warm.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful.
And then I'll work those tails in when it's done. But very massive.
There we
I don't know.
go.
I think that's.
Bryce Catherine says her New Year's resolution is to try and make a crocheted blanket.
Oh, excellent.
You should show her the yarn you use and the size hook you use, because it ends up being a lot faster where you're using a great big yarn. Okay, so I told Betty we would look at how to make a gatefold. So let's do that. This is just going to be pretend because I don't do. Let me see if I have a bigger piece. Oh, I do have a bigger piece of paper. Let's see what this width is. I have a 6x6. Yes, please, Catherine says. Please, show me. Okay, so if I was going to make a gatefold, I guess I got to start by scoring my 6x6. My 6x6, I go to my scoreboard and it tells me use the extra small line. So I'm going to go to XXS. Is Betty still out there?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
She says I
Oh,
love
there
the
she
bow.
is. Okay, so we're going to start in the same place we always start, which is by creating our score lines. And if we want to make a gatefold, it's actually fairly easy to do because we're going to want to, instead of cutting in and folding over like we've done before, we're going to choose our corners. And we're going to, it does take a little more measuring, but we have 2 inches. So I'm going to mark this so that I'm cutting at 1 inch. Actually, I'm not going to mark it, I don't think. I think I'll just cut it at 1 inch. I'm going to cut out, and let's just do this. I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to cut here.
We can't see what you're doing.
I'm going to fold these in, and I have 2 folded in squares. Probably the best way to get these to match would be to cut them together. It worked. I cut them together, and I have 2 folds that come together. Now, we can, with this gatefold, we can attach these in a number of ways. You could put eyelets in and tie it shut, and that would be fun because you could put like a full page picture, a photo or something, put something special inside if you're doing a gatefold, but put a photo or something inside, put eyelets on these and tie them shut. Or you can do what we did last time, which was to put 2 brads, put a brad in each side in the door and then we used a little fiber to close it. That's another option. So you will want to have some means of attaching it. If you want it to just fold over and close, you could actually leave one of these long, cut one a little bit shorter, and put Velcro closure. So you're opening a wide gate and then a narrower gate. Does that make sense? What's a brad? A brad is a little metallic, and
Pin.
grab one out of the drawer there for me. It's in the Brad's fasteners drawer. It's a little metallic piece that has legs that come down from it that you put through a hole, and then you fold the legs out to magnetic sheet bits. Yes, that's another way. So this is a gatefold that Betty was asking about. I just have another idea that just came to me that would be fun, because I've been doing
ones, but
this is what brads are, Catherine. These aren't particularly pretty brads, but they'll get the job done. This is a brad. Brads are made to punch through two or more pieces of paper. You punch a hole and then you put them through. And then you attach those papers by taking the ends of the brad and spread them out. And it becomes a paper fastener. See there? It becomes paper fastener because my two pieces of paper would have been loaded on that while the legs were down straight. I put it through my paper, and then again, you spread those legs out and it holds it. So that's what a brad is and how you use it. I just had another thought, though. I've been doing all these albums, and wouldn't it be fun on another flap of your card to do, let's just say this is a different, we're playing hypotheticals here. So I have just trimmed this off so that I have 4 tabs, okay? In fact, I could make that happen pretty easily, actually. So I have a canvas that is 4 tabs coming out. What if I wanted to take one of these cut off pieces, let's cut it down just a little bit more, and score it just a tiny bit at the top so it will fold, and make a little peekaboo on my card so that if I put the glue here, I can put a picture of some sort on this little tab. Just another idea for what we could do. And I could fold this up and put something fun underneath it. So there'd be another thing we could do with them. Wouldn't that be fun? So many things you can do with these pockets. So many fun things. Any other questions? So in terms of folding, we've got let's think about what we've looked at. We looked at the gatefold here, and now we've got the little hidden tab, which is fun. We've made the crisscross pockets. We've made squared off pockets.
Mom, Betty's reminding you about the dazzles.
Oh yeah, we'll look at that. With the squared off pockets. So there's lots of different ways you can do this. You can actually, instead of making these too wide, you can actually just kind of make one diagonal pocket and then cut the other side off. So there's so many fun things you can do there. Let's look at the dazzles. Jordan pulled a few out for us. So if we wanted to, these would actually be great, Jordan. Jordan, one of the ones she picked out was these corner dazzles. These are beautiful. Let's get a nice dark print to put these on. She picked out these corners. Oh, I like this. Look at this dark blue here. Let's put some corner dazzles. This is one of the glitter transparent. What if we put these around our picture? Just leave a little border there. If I wanted to, we actually have glitter transparent stickers too, but because I don't have one right here, I'm going to run a border between these two corners. It's just silver. It'll still look good. So you can treat these panels as if they were your card front, right? So if you're thinking about creative ways to decorate, just think about what you might already do with your cards.
Say good night, Catherine.
Look here. Look how pretty that's going to be. Oops. How beautiful. And we can go ahead and extend those lines on around and put one of those corners. I need to put the corner in first before I put the edging. You can put these corners right on in to the card. I know you can't see very well what I'm doing. I guess I'll turn it around and flip it up momentarily. Oops, let's see if I can get on camera. There we go. And I can render my dazzle stickers on around. This would be fun to put these corners on even after you put the picture there. But I would just make my picture then small enough to fit, since I'm doing it this way, small enough to fit within the frame I've built. But building a beautiful frame for that. I only have one more sticker left to put on to have my beautiful frame built. Let's see.
Turn it sideways.
I can't. It's just too big. There we go. There we go. There we go. But wouldn't that be pretty? Yeah, this one is actually by Starform. These are Issue Care. That will be the number. This is 7026, but we have a lot of these transparent, silver and gold transparent. These would be beautiful. I'm actually going to build a frame, and now that I've got it on one side, I'm going to put these on two of these panels because I think that would be really pretty to have those frames there. So good idea, Betty. There are other sticker choices. Of course, we have beautiful images and stuff too. Let's stick one of these down just for the heck of it so we can see what the image would look like. Jordan handed me this, so I think that must have been what you had in mind, right?
What?
To use the image.
I was actually thinking of some of the smaller pieces as like
okay.
accents, but
yeah.
I mean, go for it. If the image strikes you, I don't see why not. It's your box. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, we do have all kinds of accent pieces also. Here we go. Oh, this is pretty. Let's put this in the one that we just created the frame. Hopefully you can see it good. Can you come in close on that, honey? And then the question becomes, can I get it to you? There's a little snowy scene. I don't think I got it centered quite right. Fortunately, these kinds of stickers are pretty forgiving at first. Eventually they stick more, but at first. There we go. So we got that pretty little snow scene with snowy corners.
That's beautiful.
So there we go. We'll leave that in there because why not? And I'm going to build another one over here like that because I like the idea. So thank you for digging those out, baby.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. And what other questions or comments do you have? Other things you guys want to suggest we use? Because it's really infinite, isn't it? If you do it on a card, you can do it in here. Because what is this? It's a great big card. So if you use it on a card, you can use it here. Rhinestones, stickles, why not? Yeah, you can use all that beautiful stuff. Okay, are you guys ready ready to look at show and tell? I'm ready to show you show and tell. Before I do, in case you weren't here on Thursday, I want you to see my dogs. Dog kit is now out and up. I think these would be perfect for Jake. Jake would
yes.
love these cards.
Yes, he would. He would think they're very
Margie's
funny.
husband, James, would love these cards. They're just quirky enough that James would think they were really cool. I know that. And Uncle Rick, I think, would like these cards. The dog in a suit. I think he would really think that was cool. So many different. Oh, they just love that. Look at that. St. Bernard in a top hat. That is just too cute, really. It is. So I love this French Bulldog in a top hat and cane. You can make so many cards out of that kit. I sent you 10 cards in the kit, and I still have pieces left over after I finished my 10. I do have a couple duplicates in here, perhaps. I guess Margie took them out. I had a couple duplicates because I made a couple inspiration cards using the Graphic 45 suggestions before class started. Then we remade those in class. But I'm loving these. This kit is up and available for purchase now. So just think about who in your life would like quirky animal cards. Next, oh, I'm so excited about these. Oh, there it is. Bryce is going to link the kit for you. I have 7 kits left at this point, so grab yours while we still have them. There we go. There's it's called Well-Groomed kit. I just have to show you these. This is beautiful. Next Thursday, this coming Thursday, I think. This coming Thursday, I think. We are going to use the Card Making Magic poinsettia card kit, the oval poinsettias. Oh my gosh, guys. Take a look at these. This is done in white with red. I think in class maybe we'll make one that's like blue and silver. Is this beautiful or what? And it's linked right now. If you get it before or during class, you're going to get $3 off. If you wait until after class, it goes to full retail. But if you get it before class, it might not be in there yet. Margie's building this listing tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'm tempting you with something that's not even up yet. I think it's going to be like $25.95 is the full retail for this die set. I have to show it to you, though, because you're not going to believe what you get in this die set. And all these pieces are functional for so many things. It's going to be $25.95, which is already a great deal for this die set as big as it is. This is a 5x7 card. Look how big that oval is. But if you buy it ahead, you get it for like $22.95. Margie just thought that would be a fun thing to try. I got to show you the dies in this set, though. It's just unbelievable what you get in this kit. You get stamps and dies, which we all know is great. I cut one of each piece already so you can see them cut. But some of those pieces are really little. Okay. You get this stamp set. Let me just show it to you on light. You get this stamp set, which is beautiful. 'Tis the season with love. Happy New Year just for you. Holly Spriggs poinsettias. Gorgeous.
Should get listed tomorrow.
It should get listed tomorrow because Margie's working on this tomorrow. Here is the largest die. Is a layering die for 5x7 card. So this is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. The next one is the mat for the filigree, and it looks like this. So you make the filigree mat. The next one in size is this gorgeous filigree piece. Now this actually, I cut the centerpiece out of this because it saved a step in making my cards, but this would actually be a full mat in the middle because this is kind of it's around the edge and then the rest of it is all a mat. So think about that. And then you have this piece, which I love. I think this is very creative. This die cuts the little dots out so you can see the background color through it, which is really, really neat. And it's pretty easy to get the little dots out of by just flicking it. So this is beautiful. 2 layering pieces, 2 layering ovals. But they didn't forget us when it came to decorating. We have 2 beautiful poinsettia petals. One thing I like about these is that they're not totally symmetrical. Look at these. These poinsettias look really real because they're not totally symmetrical. When you put it together, you get something that looks like a real flower. I thought that was fun. You get the holly pieces, which are beautiful and sized perfectly to go with the flowers. And you probably can't see it there, but the veining, oh yeah, you can. The veining imprints right into the holly die. You get the beautiful Merry Christmas. And wouldn't this just be good on so many things? It's a beautiful size. You get the Merry Christmas die. I didn't, oh, here you get the trailing vines, which I thought was a really nice touch with our card. I'm going to show you the card again in a second. This is all one die set, Lisa D, and it's going to be 22, I believe it's $22.95. Wowzer. And I love these trailing vines. And look at these corners. I did not use the corners on my card, but I can hold it up and show you what it would have looked like had I chosen to. I can, if I want to, put 4 corners on my card also. If I was going bigger, I might have used these, but with a 5x7 card, I really felt like we had enough going on, but they are pretty. So you get this corner die. We have some berries that you can use with your, here, I'll put them on here so you can see them. We have some berries that you can use on your holly if you want to. There's a little tiny flower and there's a little tiny berries die. So you get the stamps, you get all of these dies, which I do recommend shimming these dies. I will tell you that. And the other thing I recommend with this, when we do it in class, sticky specs is a beautiful means of adhering these, especially the ones with mirror board, because you don't have to worry about getting the adhesive all over the mirror board. The die set is part of it. I decided to just put up the die set, guys, as opposed to creating a kit, because I think you have everything. It's 5x7 cards, red cardstock, green cardstock, white cardstock, rhinestones. I think you have everything else. So there was really no reason to charge you to put together a kit. So sticky specs and the die set. If you don't have those, that's what I would recommend picking up. But you get all those dies, these beautiful stamps. And when's the last time you used it's not in there at all. When's the last time you used a die set where you got to use every piece of the die set to create your card? It's really satisfying to use everything. And again, I used everything. I did not use the berries or the corners. Those two little things I skipped, but every other die in the set I used to make these two cards. And I think they're spectacular. So this was one of my inspiration pieces. Can you believe how beautiful that is? Oh my gosh. I stuck my sticky specs right in here so I wouldn't forget to tell you that sticky specs are the way to go for adhering on this mirror board, because I threw out the first one that I did because I got glue all over it. And with all of these little nooks and crannies, it was impossible to clean it off the mirror board. So strongly recommend sticky specs for this project. But how fun is that? That's one of my inspiration pieces. This is coming up, I think, Thursday. One of these is Thursday and one's next week. This is Thursday. Yeah, because the one that's coming up on Saturday is equally fun. Oh my gosh, equally fun.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Here we go. This one, I believe, is up. This one is up on the site. This is next Saturday's class. It's Tonic Studios Premium Card Making Magazine. This one is going up as a kit. If you want to really shine, I only have a few of these, but if you really, really want your cards to look just like the yes, absolutely true. If you want your cards to end up looking just like the samples, I would recommend this one with this that you pick up. It's not included, but pick up the Graphic 45 Marine Blue set. I'll show you what you get in the kit first, and then I'm going to show you my inspiration cards. You get this really cool, mine is stained. You know, our Graphic 45 pads are hybrid pads, which means that you can use those pads both with alcohol ink and with water-based inks, which is glorious. But because they're hybrid pads and they contain alcohol and other pigments, if you don't clean them off your dies, that blue is there forever. But because the blue's there forever, I don't care at all. My stencil is stained, so what? It's not going to come off on other things. Okay, so we got this beautiful stencil, 6x6. You get, oh, I love this. You get this. I think we're going to do this on a Saturday because there's just too much potential here to limit to a Thursday. You get, need something white again. You get this really fun stamp set. that has great greetings. Come in closer, please. It's a little one, but really cute. Joy to the world, season's greetings. Celebrate the season. Snowell with musical notes. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and let it snow. Plus, you get a snowman smile, a snowman face, another snowman face down here. Then you get the set of all the snowman dies. Let me show you what I made from these. Oh, and you get a magazine that is absolutely chock of beautiful papers. Really, really nice papers in this one. You can see that my magazine is well used at this point because I sat and worked with this die set the other night. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pages that are coming apart in my hands because I have used this. Beautiful papers. But there's 2 sets of them, so I can still make these cards again in class, which is fun. Okay, here come my cards. Are you ready? This is one of my super simple ones.
That's the best one.
This is Jordan's favorite. This is using the pre-made background papers. I used the white snowflakes and the blue snowflakes. I used the Let It Snow stamp. And I used my rhinestones. Isn't that beautiful? Love AB rhinestones. Yes, I'm with you, Kathy girl. Here's my season's greetings. We're including in your kit some of the beautiful icy paper. I did the background of this with the stencil and this wonderful Graphic 45 marine blue ink. I just love it. One of the things you're going to see is that, well, you can see it on this one. I can make that blending as soft or as strong as I want it to be with the same ink pad. All this is done with the same color. The ones on the snowman, the backgrounds of the scarf, the background of his hat, this background piece, this background, all of this is made using the same ink pad. In fact, I only used one ink pad. So that's beautiful. Here's another one done all in the frosty paper. And the hat and the nose were cutouts in this case. I just clipped them out of my pre-made papers. But you can see what you can do with that stencil, can't you? See the ground there? Isn't that neat? And then you got the Snowell stamp. And this stamps really well on this frosty background paper. Isn't that cute? Here's 2 of my background papers. I just wanted to do something crazy easy, and I saw a sample like this in the magazine. So I'm using this red cord, just like you were tying off a gift box, to the world in 2 different papers. And here's my last snowman card. Again, done. This is not done on frosty paper. This is done just on white cardstock. Margie didn't like this one because I gave him a corncob pipe. She says I'm encouraging smoking. I liked it though. And the cane there, isn't that just too cute? Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is beautiful. So you get the stencil, you get the stamps, you get the dies, you get the frosty paper. I'm including this beautiful blue cardstock in your kit. Just gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. Tonic Studios. Did you get the link to this one, honey? How much was this? Just curious how much this is. Okay, $24.99, and you're getting all those dies, all those stamps, that background stencil, the magazine, all the papers, all the card blanks, the rhinestones. It's beautiful value. There you go. We're doing that a week from today. A week from today. So get them in and we'll get them sent out to you. Get your orders in. We'll get them in the mail. So that is my other inspiration. The other day I made 10 of those on Thursday. Thursday's when I did all this. I made 10 of those well-groomed cards. I made these two plus several samples that I didn't show you. I'm going to try that in blue and silver in class. I think that would just be really fun, that die set done in blue and silver.
Yep.
And then I made all of these plus a few that these are the ones I decided to go with. So I made a lot of cards on Thursday. Are there any questions? You guys have any questions for me? Any questions at all? If you want to talk about the meaning of life, that's a longer conversation. If you haven't already done it, smash that like button for me, if you would, please. I sure will appreciate it. It makes me feel good, and it lets YouTube know they can recommend our channel without reservation. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss any of the good stuff we're up to. We got all kinds of fun things coming your way. If you are not a subscriber to our newsletter, I'm going to put a link under this video so that you can get on the newsletter link. You don't want to miss some of the sales and announcements of our new videos and the things that we're doing. Boy, those people who didn't get in on the Black Friday specials, I feel bad for them. Now we had 1,000 items, 50% off. Can you believe it? Holy cow. It took me half the night to put things back to regular price. So we have done just some amazing things, and we will continue to do amazing things because that's who we are. If you have other crafty friends or relatives, be sure you tell them about our channel and our store. I'll greatly appreciate it. That's what allows us to do what we do. So if there are no questions, comments, so the die set is up. The kit for Tonic Studios Premium Card Kit number 15, plus the extras that we're sending for the card kit, are up on the site now. And the die set, the poinsettia die set, will be up tomorrow. Okay?
As a kit?
It's just going up as the die set.
Kathy said she just bought it.
You bought this as it?
That's what I thought I saw.
Let's see.
Well,
I don't think this one's up yet. This one's up. This one's up.
I don't. Kathy said she found it in here.
The die set is up.
I don't know where she found it.
Well, let's put in. Here, I got a number. Let's put in a number. If it's already up, there's no reason why people have to wait for it. Maybe it's up already, and we just need to put it in the pending classes. Let's see.
You have a number?
Yes. Are you ready? Put it in quotation marks. BSOBXM210017. Okay, but it's not showing. No, it started to look like it wanted to be there. Let's try it by name. Oval Poinsettia Festive. You're going to have to put it in quotation marks. Maybe she put it up when I wasn't looking. That happens.
Yeah.
POINSE.
Is that it right there?
TTIA. Well, that's not it. SETTIA. Festive. I don't believe this one's up yet. Oh wait, live stream demo. There it is. There it is. There it is. Right there. Okay, I lied. I didn't mean to, but it's already up. And Bryce is putting a link for you right there, right now. So sorry, guys. I get confused sometimes about what is and isn't up yet because I don't do it. But there you go. There's the festive poinsettias. And we'll be doing this on Thursday. And we'll see what this looks like when we do the frame and the background in silver and blue. I can't wait to do that. That's going to be beautiful, isn't it? And I'm going to do blue flowers, of course, too. This is just the die set. I'm counting on you to use your own. Yes, it's $22.95 today. And after class, it'll be $25.95. And candidly, I don't have an awful lot of these. So if you want it, get it now. How many did it show the availability? I don't have an awful lot of these. I have 16 right now. So with something that is as beautiful as this is, you probably better get it pretty quick because they're not going to last real long. But next Thursday, we'll do this one together. Isn't that just the most gorgeous thing? And then next Saturday, we're going to do these really fun, pretty cards with the fun and festive snowman going with them. So lots of fun stuff coming up. Okay, are there any other questions? Thank you guys for correcting me there. Brenda, thank you, because I didn't want to, I hate to mess people up and say the wrong thing. So thanks for correcting me. If there are no other questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and say good night, Gracie.